Hi, hello, welcome back to another video. So today we are finishing this guy over here. It has like 40 something pages in it. I have one page and two total spreads, and I sort of just want to grind and get it done with. Because I want to move on. I have another sketchbook. So to make this fun, we also have some PR, like free stuff, but also PR as in like Paul Rubens. And when I thought of that and realized that, I found it funny. I'm gonna admit that. Okay, it's lame, but I found it funny. So a little disclaimer about these is that I'm not sponsored to say anything specific. They didn't pay me to say anything specific, but I was sent these for free in exchange for an honest review on my channel. So like that's my little disclaimer. I do have their watercolor set, unrelated, because you can't really compare watercolor to oil pastels. So I do have experience with this brand. And okay, like first thing is just like this box that's just like matte black with this like gold sort of like textured like logo, which is cool. Actually, on the actual Amazon listing, it lists like it points to it and it labels it as an exquisite box. I don't know if it's just like me, but the box doesn't like fully close, so like it sort of just, but they did fall out before and I had to like quickly shove them all back in, so that might be my fault. I don't know if that's the actual thing, but it does seem to have like a magnet, so it like magnetically closes. And this is set A. There's two sets. There's set A and set B. So one of these big oil pastels is supposed to be equivalent to 7 regular oil pastels, which does appear to be true. These are just like my regular Pentel ones. I'm not really doing any sort of comparison, but like these are what I'm using as like my regular, because I think these are regular size. Okay, so 12 different shades. We have 2 shades of blue, 2 shades of orange, pink, 2 shades of green, 2 shades of red, yellow, white, and black. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and swatch them. This is the box empty. I don't know why you would want to see it, but it's there. I'm just gonna put it to the side at the moment. I might just take them out of these sort of packaging because they are sort of like flimsy and they're bugging me. Like when I was taking them out of the box, they were just sort of falling. So I think I might take them out of the medicinal tubes. Where did you come from? I mean, yeah, this is like girthy. Okay, it has like numbers on it, and it has the color name, which is nice. What is this? Oh, it looks like you can tear. Can you guys see this? It looks like you can tear the individual, like it's made in layers, so you can like tear it off by layer based on how far you go down the oil pastel, which is nice. I think I'm gonna save the tubes, even though they are annoying. I don't think I'm gonna be putting them back in the tubes. I think I might just sacrifice the exquisite box, honestly. I'm not letting go of that. The one thing about me is I never let go of anything, and that's extremely healthy. Okay, we're gonna swatch everything on this page because I'm least scared. Oh no, they're like really soft. This is dangerous. They're actually really soft. It feels like I'm not pressing hard enough. Like it feels like the tip barely touched it, and it's like, I don't know, they're just like really smooth. I'm not the biggest fan of the green. The green is where I was sort of like worried, because I feel like a lot of times when a green is done, I like this green, but when a dark green is attempted, it's just sort of like, it's just sort of a bit gross. It's just, yeah, the color's just a bit gross, and I'm feeling that there. The same thing with their watercolor set, like the Paul Rubens watercolor set, the greens are kind of not it. So, yeah. just what I've noticed. I think I'm just gonna move on from this. So I'm thinking, I already got oil pastels on my finger and some of them are on the desk, so maybe don't put them just straight on your desk. Maybe I should just bring in the box now. My exquisite box. I mean, I obviously can't keep them like this, but it's good for now. Also, I can always just like wipe down my desk after, so. Yep. Okay, I think we're gonna start out with, I have this like vision in my head of like this really weird wolf looking thing, sort of like a dog. And it's just like really like abstracted and like squished. So I think I'm gonna start out with like a layer of just like white, just to see how well this all like, what's it called? How well the oil paints like react with each other. Not oil paints, pastels. I have like no brain cells left. I mean, I like how it has like a tip. The tip does wear off really fast because they are like really, like they're really smooth, which I guess is like good for user experience. Like my first reaction was just like disbelief. I was like, they can't be this smooth. But since they're so buttery, that also means that like you use it quicker. But it is a big stick, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I do a lot of this sort of thing for my final pieces anyway, like in my, because I do a lot of mixed media illustration. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm an illustration major. And I had showed that little set at the beginning, and I usually just use that for like accents and for additive portions like afterwards. So I don't know, maybe this will help me make like some sort of like new approach, and maybe I'll just start using oil pastels more. Because I do have the bigger sticks now, so, you know, a bit more convenient, a lot more convenient. Okay, let's just go for like this sort of red. I like touched it immediately and things are smudging and it's like on my hands, but that's just me in every video. Yeah, and it's like on my nail also, which we can ignore. I'm just a Victorian sponge trying to live, laugh, love. Don't ask me further questions. Okay, my plan is to smudge this after. I don't really want to touch it with my fingers. I'm kind of curious if these are actually toxic or not. The writing I cannot read, so if anyone can read that. Okay. I'm like surprised that worked out. Because I was like, second plan is just like sort of smudging it with my fingers, which is like, I would like to leave that as like plan Z. Plan hopefully we don't get here. Okay, maybe some of this yellow. Sort of just like highlight the red a bit more. Plus I sort of like how the oil pastel looks before it's smudged more than I like how it looks after. Not that this is anything about this specific like, you know, thing. But I just like the first texture one. Okay, I kind of like using some other color for, you know, smudging instead of using white, because I think that's what I'm not really agreeing with It does get on it, but I don't really care about that. It's just part of the art. I just feel like it needs a bit more contrast. I think I tend to work more on the lighter side of the scale. Like I don't tend to really go too far into the darks, which is something I only noticed during like class critiques. Like I've had it pointed out to me and I was like, actually, yeah. And now I see it in like a lot of my stuff, which is helpful. So now I can hopefully like try to remedy that. I mean, it's not like totally like a bad thing, but like if you don't notice that you're doing something, then it can turn into like a flaw, you know? But if you're aware of it, then you can use it to your advantage and use it like purposefully. The same thing with like a lot of the art rules, actually. They'd be like, don't use this, and this, or don't use that. But a lot of the times, like, you can break the rules to make fun of the fact that you know the rules. I think I'm just gonna give it a darker background because I think it needs to be distinguished from, you know, everything else. Because I don't really think I want to give it an outline. I think I want to like hint at an outline, you know, insinuate an outline. I guess one of the things about them being so big is that you can't really get a lot of the finer details, but I do have a small set for that, so I don't think that's really that bad. I guess the crevices of the page are sort of my downfall. I feel like one of the biggest mistakes adults make, or society makes, is telling kids that they shouldn't be making a mess. And they'll just grow into adults scared of making messes. And then no one ever has fun. Because a mess is only a bad thing if you can't clean it up, you know. Maybe in another life this is me. Oh crap. Ta-da! First spread complete. I'm scared of it smudging. I'm just gonna put a paper between. Because I do want to be able to photograph these after, and I can't really do that if everything just turns into mush. So, okay, second page, we're gonna try a bit of a different approach. I think I'm gonna do a fish. I like how every time I get some sort of like collab or PR, I just make really cursed animals. Like, it's so funny. There's like a trend. No, I'm not using this green. I sort of refuse. I don't know if you guys like this type of green, but like, yeah, no, I think I'm good. It's like butter. Genuinely. It also like smooths down like butter. Maybe I should have done this part before I added all the little guys. But maybe they were just made to be smudged. I feel like I've never done like an actual like just like oil pastel on oil pastel like piece. So I think this is very interesting. Another pad of paper. So that's what paper is made for. It's made to be used. Oh yeah, the trouble child. I kind of really like this screen. Not this screen, but this one. I like how I came on here just to have beef. Just to have beef with a color. Like, this feels really satisfying, but I also can't really see majority of what I'm doing because the tip is so huge, so it just sort of like covers it. But whatever, I'm not really like a heavily precise artist. I kind of just go with the flow. I think like the issue with this is just that my paper's so small for such a big tool, and I didn't really think about that beforehand, so I guess it is sort of also my fault. Maybe I should have gotten like a really big piece of paper, but whatever. I think I figured out what these remind me of. They're like crayons on crack. It's like the satisfaction of a crayon times 10. Like, if you think a crayon is satisfying, try out an oil pastel and then come back to me, okay? I feel like some of these, like, you can layer them pretty well. Like, the black covers up other colors pretty well. But I guess, like, this blue just isn't dark enough to cover up the other blue, and it's just sort of... it's mingling in a way I don't want it to, you know? I say you know a lot, and I need to stop doing that. It's like, it's a new filler word. It's like. But also like a lot of, I said like again, a lot of people my age, I'm really trying very hard not to say like, a lot of people my age, like is their filler word. I think it's just like a generational thing. We all just like came out the womb and we didn't know how to speak. I actually don't know how that started. If anyone knows, tell me. Also, this is sort of sad. Should I try to pay no attention to how messy my hands or desk is? Yeah. I think the thing on this channel is sort of just like in every video I make a bit of a mess. That was actually pretty satisfying. In every video I make a bit of a mess. And I think in one video before I even started to draw, I already had marker on my hands. And it was a tiny bit alarming. What else has happened recently? I don't know. I feel like it's been a while since I filmed a video. I know it was just like 2 weeks ago, but it feels like so much has happened in 2 weeks. I finished my license, by the way. So, like last week, we have, I don't know, I live in Ontario, so it's like, we have the like 3 tiers, like your written test, and then you have a driving test that doesn't include the highway, and then your final test is like driving on the highway. And then when you're done your full license, you know, you can drive anywhere and you can drive on the highway. And I passed my highway test. I'm just like, this happened last week, but I'm still very excited. Oh, I'm noticing that this one is just peeling on its own. That might have been my fault. I don't know. I don't really know what happened there. But Yeah, it was last week, but I'm still like very hyped. I spent like a whole week practicing, so I was like, I was very, very focused. And I was doing other things. I'm preparing for a market in September, which I'll talk more about on my Insta when it gets a bit closer to that time. But yeah, I've just been everywhere. I've been working. I need to get stuff ready for school. I planned all my courses. I've been seeing people. I feel like when school starts, I just like sort of become like a hermit, and like I only exist within the confines of school. So like if you don't see me at school, you just won't see me. But I feel like that's most people. I feel like you really need to focus, especially since, you know, it's university, we're paying to be there. I feel like I'm also someone who really just needs to sort of fixate on one thing and just do that one thing. Like I'm good at, it's not that I'm bad at multitasking, it's just that I get overwhelmed pretty easily and I start feeling like I'm dying. Look at this. Oh my god. No, it's sort of ruined the front. I think I had a moment of panic, but I'm fine with this because I'm like done with this sketchbook. And I feel like this just shows that it's lived a good life. It tells a good story now, you know. We all need to learn to live, laugh, love more. I think I absolutely botched this page. It looks so bad. I guess the good thing about it being like smooth is that it sort of gets off your hands easily, so it should be able to get off the desk really easily. I say should be, and I'm scared. I'd love to just have like a studio space so I can really just like mess around and not be scared of like getting my nice furniture. Okay. This is the first guy. I feel like this is sort of like Scrap from Ice Age, but like on steroids. This one, it's more like the inside is all smudgy and has a lot more layers than the first one. Okay, and now we have this page, which I feel like this is like the equivalent of going to like a really nice restaurant and paying way more than you should for like a really tiny portion. That and selling like, I don't know, a painting of two stripes for like $15 million. I feel like those are like on the same level. Okay, now we're gonna close it. Witness the disaster. I feel like before this I was gonna like lay out some sort of cloth, and I feel really good that I didn't do that, because I was like, are people bored of just like the desk? Should I like decorate? I don't know. So yeah, this is sort of like the aftermath of these that I didn't use as much. I feel like the white is like one of the biggest casualties. But yeah, I mean, art supplies are like made to be used, and you know, there's still a lot of oil pastel left. So yeah. Overall, I like them. They're smooth. They do wear down a little bit fast if, you know, you're into like a harder texture. Maybe you wouldn't like these as much, like if you want like your materials to have more give, because these, they sort of just like melt, which is cool, because I think my other ones are definitely harder, and then I have a pack of like 3 that are like chalk. So I think I have a good like scale now of like really hard pastels, and then the medium ones, which are like my Pentel ones that I showed before, the really short ones, and like really smooth pastels, which is an interesting range, and I feel like I can do a lot more with these in terms of like, you know, my mixed media illustrations. The box, yeah, I'm just gonna put them in raw. I don't think I'm gonna deal with all these tubes again. it's a nightmare. I might save them. I don't know why, but I don't feel like I should throw them out. That feels wrong. But I also don't want to put these back inside, because then that would definitely stop me from using them, because my brain works that way. But yeah, here's the exquisite box again. Interesting thing about these is that Paul Rubens is apparently having an anniversary sale on Amazon from August 8th to 14th. So it was just included in the email. They're not paying me to say this, but if you guys are curious about these, then there's that sale going on and you can go check it out. Yeah, and thank you to you guys for sending me this, and thank you to the person I was talking to. They were like really nice. They sent me like a whole bunch of like follow-up emails and stuff, and just like explaining things to me. And I think that's really cool, and it's probably like the most detailed PR email I've ever gotten. Like it, yeah, like they got their stuff together. I'm gonna put my exquisite box to the side. I'm not really scared about getting the inside messy. I think this is just what this is for. Yes. That makes me so happy. I feel complete. I feel I felt like this sketchbook was like weirdly clean at the beginning. Like it was just like weirdly, yeah, it's weirdly clean for the type of art that I do. Maybe you'll see that in my sketchbook tour. So I'm happy I got to be messier in the last couple pages, because I feel like that's more me, and I feel like I want to do messier things. That sounds so fake. Okay, well, yeah. Thank you, Paul Rubens, for sending me these, and thank you guys for watching. So if you want more detailed photos of these, you can go check out my Instagram. It's in the description constantly. And there should also be like the Amazon links to these in the description as well, and my hand is just like covered in this, of course. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to support this channel, and bye.